like, damn, slow down. I know you see a queen adjusting her crown. She been knocked down, but she never stayed down. She been living life like it's her playground. And they be like, damn, slow down. They can catch us, she be moving too fast.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna give a few minutes to let some people come in. Gonna let a few more people come in. Good afternoon. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Let me make sure. If you guys did not see my community tab, then yes, I'm gonna be talking about this Black king who was asked by his white queen. Now, let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Miss Ra. Hey, Chrissy. Hey, Tracy. Hey, CC. I hope you guys are having a good Thursday afternoon. What's up, coolest Jazz? Yes, Big Audrey, not the little one. Big A, period. Hey, Dudley. Y'all, so I know that you guys have probably been hearing so much about this story of this man. Hey, Pine, how are you? So much about this story of this white man that was, taken too soon at the hands of his girlfriend due to a domestic violence issue. Let me find the picture of him if I can pull it up, y'all. I ain't even gonna play. Why I didn't have a picture up of this man? Here we go. Okay, here he goes.
Free Tax USA.
Well, it was him. But anyway, this was a 27-year-old man who was, in a relationship with a young woman who was a white woman. The man, his name is Christian Toby Obumseli. He is a Nigerian American. So, of course, his family is Nigerian. He resides in America. And he was dating this OnlyFans star who is a white woman who has over 2 million followers. And on Sunday, he was a victim of domestic violence and he was stabbed. The woman has, her identity was not supposed to be out due to the Baker's Act, which means basically she is being held in solitary confinement due to mental distress. So she doesn't have a choice. She is basically locked up in there. And the friends of them are the ones that's actually speaking out. Also, Christian's family. Now, this story was dropped last night. I mean, like the Shade Room covered it. I mean, big names covered it. And I was going to get on YouTube and I was going to pop my theories. But something was like, Audrey, don't say that. Don't say that. Because I said, you know what? It got to be more to this story. Not more to this story, like reasons why he deserved what he got. Nothing like that. I was just thinking to myself, like, something's going to come out. And lo and behold, something did come out, y'all. He is someone that does not prefer his own race. And that is, let me be very clear, that is perfectly fine. He does not have to date inside his race. We are not living in the times where you have to date your own. That is totally inaccurate. You can do whatever you want to do. But with him not dating inside his race, he actually has a disdain for Black women. And here we go once again. Black women, we always have to be the voice. We always have to help get answers, get stories out. And it's like, we do this for people who don't even like us. This man put white women on a pedestal, and like some people are saying, he was taken out by his preference. So we're going to go over the story just in case you don't know it, and then we're going to talk about this GoFundMe, y'all, because baby, I didn't expect people to donate, but they did. So this is a story right here on my screen. Friends identify victim of fatal stabbing at Edgewater's 1 Parasio as 27-year-old Christian Toby Obumseli. And I'm going to play the video for you guys now.
Building in Edgewater. Police tell us this was the only homicide they've had in this area so far this year.
Yeah, very high-end building here. Let's get straight to CBS 4's Joe Gorcho with what we know so far about the story. Joe.
Elliot, Lauren, we are beginning to learn more details tonight about an alleged murder that took place inside one Parisio. I had a chance to speak with several residents here earlier this evening, and they tell me that they received an email from management about a domestic dispute, but did not provide more information other than that. Now, we have since learned from Miami PD that a stabbing took place here on Sunday night. And speaking with friends that knew the victim, the man killed was 27-year-old Christian Toby Abumuseli. He died after being transported by Miami Fire Rescue to JMH Trauma. We did have a chance tonight to speak with several of Abumuseli's close friends, and the news, as one can imagine, comes as quite a shock. Abumuseli, by all accounts, was caring and had a great spirit. Now, Abumuseli's close friends tell me that he recently moved to Miami with his girlfriend to live at one Parisio. We've also been told by Miami PD that one person has been detained concerning the stabbing. Joe Gorcho, CBS 4 News Tonight.
So that was the story, y'all. I mean, that's it. We don't have much of any information. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. When the story first dropped, when I saw it on the Shade Room, I was like, I'm not even being funny. I said, oh my God, y'all must not be keeping up with the tabs of history. This white woman is going to get off. This white woman, like multiple white women, took matters into their own hands, and now they're playing the mental distress card. This woman has a large following. Like I said, she is on OnlyFans. There, to our knowledge, there was no prior domestic violence that he has given to her or he has done to her. The friends allege that they always see her, the white woman, hitting Toby. We're gonna call him Toby. His real name is Christian, but he chooses to go by Toby. So they said that they only see that she puts her hands on him. So, y'all know there is a beast, and the beast that we know is social media. You cannot really post too much of anything without people wanting to basically know who you are. So, Twitter, which y'all know, if y'all know anything about Twitter, then y'all know they're going to fact check anybody that's coming out playing, sad, anybody that's wanting to get justice, because basically his family and friends are saying like no one's talking about this story because it was a black man killed by a white woman. So when people ran Toby's name, y'all, this is the tweets that they found, and this is just some of them. So we're going to start with this one. So of course these date back to 2012, basically 10 years ago. And this is his Twitter, full of ignorant black women. Why is there always that one ghetto black boy in the back talking throughout class? The way black girls disgrace themselves on TV. I told y'all the white queen was an OnlyFans star, so I'm trying to figure out what she was doing on there, knitting. Once again, I'm tired of these black girls in my government class. Went on to say, I want a white girl. Help. Yeah, now you was really screaming help with that white girl. It's like, dude. I can teach a white girl a little bit about the African culture. Now, I want to highlight this tweet. There is, in my opinion, from the Africans that I have seen, the African men, it does appear that they hold white women on a pedestal. The ones that I have seen. I'm not speaking for all Africans. That is not what I'm doing. But I'm being very clear about the ones that I have noticed that talk like this. It's weird to me. Like, you're going to teach the white woman about the African culture, but you guys look down on black Americans like we don't deserve anything. And I'm not saying that you cannot like white people or you can't teach them about the culture, but I can teach them a little bit about the African culture. Like, yes, they deserve to know, because a lot of these men want to fit in with white America. It's really, it's giving mental illness. One moment, y'all. So I just felt like that one it stood out to me. Like, of course you want to teach a white girl about African culture. And then he says, when the beautiful white girls at Plano East wear yoga pants and tights. White girls wearing white booty shorts everywhere. Now that's what I like. Why do you like them wearing booty shorts? But black women disgrace themselves. Okay. And then he goes on to say, I love white people. Shit. Me too, girl. Shit. Me too, girl. I don't know what he was trying to say, but these are some of the tweets that, of course, came up. Now, are we saying that he deserved what he got? Hell no. I don't agree. I don't agree with anyone thinking that they can be God and take someone's life. I don't. And I do feel bad for him and a lot of other, we can equate this to like NFL players. Y'all know ball players, they love them. They love them some white women. Like they love them some white women until they get in a pickle. Then it's like, help, 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 help. Oh my God, and no one ever believes them because white is right. White is right, So when you fall out with when a black man falls out with a white woman, trust me, it's the black man's fault. Whether he did something or not, it is the black man's fault. And some of them come crawling to black women, some of them don't. They continue down their path of white women lust, and that is what they choose to do. But for this story, his family came on the internet and was asking for help. They said that basically Toby promised his grandmother that he was going to be there for her birthday, which is this week. And they don't know how to break it to her that he will not be there because his life was taken. And a lot of people, myself included, feel like, do his grandma know that he don't like black women? Do his grandma know that he speaks such disdain on women that are like her? And to me, in my opinion, being a black woman, I'll be damned if my children talk bad about who they are. Because granted, he's not a black woman, but he's black. And the women that he loves the most, the one that we feel so bad for, his granny, is black. And granted, you don't have to date your granny. You don't. You don't have to date your granny. But why are you trying to get us to feel bad for the granny when he doesn't like us? What are we supposed to do for y'all? Why? Why is it always up to us to get the voice out, to get the story out, to get things going? We know the Shade Room is predominantly black owned. When they posted that story, I can guarantee you they had no idea that he was talking the way he was. On Site is ran by a black woman. I can guarantee you that she was not aware of the things that he said and how he felt such disdain for us. Mind you, the owner of On Site, she disgraced herself on TV. This is air quotes. He probably wouldn't want her ass talking to him. Okay. So we have to use our platforms to get this story out, and we have to make sure that we tell it that he is innocent and he was brutally, you know, taken from us, and before that, beat on by this woman. We have to get the story out. It's now our duty. I'm People are not here for it. People are not here for it. But shockingly enough, I think before people knew that he had such disgusting things to say, because let's be very clear, it matters of who we are speaking about, because if someone's not for us, why is it our job to tell their story, right? Like, I'm not going to tell Trump's story. Trump ain't for me. He doesn't like me. So why would I get up and, speak his high praises? Because a lot of people said that Toby was so nice. He was caring. They are so shocked that this happened to him. And it's like, damn, but y'all never checked him for speaking like this. Y'all never told him, like, dude, you don't have to down black women in order to justify why you date white women. You can like who you like, but there's nothing wrong with black women. You just prefer white, and that's fine. We don't want you. We don't, respectfully. So this is his GoFundMe. It's titled "In Memory and Justice of Christian Toby Omboselli." Y'all know that there was $100,000 goal. I don't know why. This is when it's ODD, in my opinion. I don't understand what the $100,000 is for, but I'm gonna let y'all have it. Whatever. I felt like that amount was insane to me. He was not a single father. He's not leaving behind children. None of that. The fact that that goal is $100,000, I am still in shock. But they have raised $64,000 for this man. And the description reads, it was opened by Jeffrey Omboselli. I'm not sure which relative this is, but seeing that they have the same last name, we can only assume that they are family. As you see on this right-hand side, we have an Alexander that donated $2,000, baby. But anyway, it says, on April 3rd, 2022, 27-year-old Christian Toby Ombaselli was in Florida a week before his 28th birthday. It is inconsolable to make sense of our new reality, that someone's selfish act ripped Christian away from this world. It is not enough to say we are shocked and hurting. We are utterly devastated. His murder leaves many unanswered questions and creates a void that can never be fixed or filled, not even with time. And I definitely agree. Christian was extremely compassionate, with a desire to always uplift those around him. He did not deserve for his life to be cut short by a heinous act of violence. We will never forget his infectious smile that could light up any room, or his caring spirit. He will forever be remembered by his grandmother, mother, father, brother, extended family, and friends. Please keep the entire family in your prayers through this unimaginable tragic time. Amid our deep grief, we also face a long road of justice for Christian. We humbly ask our community to come together and support us during this time. We need financial assistance to cover post-mortem transportation of the body, because he relocated, like I showed y'all in the video. He relocated to live with this girlfriend. So now he needs to be back home to where he originally is from. Funeral arrangements, attorney fees, litigation, counseling, and bills for the family as we seek justice for our beloved brother and son. No amount is too small. All funeral arrangements will be shared at a later time. I swear, every time I go live, it never fails. While we are still processing, we can only find comfort that Christian is resting in the arms of the Lord. Thank you and God bless. Please note, this is the official GoFundMe account, and 100% of the support will go to the support of the Umbaselli family. So that is what the GoFundMe reads, and I guess that is why they're asking for that insane amount of $100,000. I still, like I said, this is my opinion. I still feel like that is a lot of money, like a lot of money. But he got 60 G's already. So, whoo. I have seen people do more with less, but that's just my opinion. A lot of people said Toby was my friend in high school, a true light to Plano East. Oh, so Plano East was the high school where he liked to see the girls in yoga pants. Let's see what else other people had to say. People are saying that they want justice. They want justice. Okay. It deeply saddens me to see my own kind lose their life in a catastrophic way. I pray that the money donated by us all brings justice for Toby. I will continue to keep Toby and his family in my prayers, and the Most High govern Toby as we will fight for justice. Okay, so it seems like he has a lot of support from his African family, just by seeing the last names and the things that they're saying. If you guys are not aware, the African community, they are very close knit. They do help and offer money in times of, like, starting a family, getting married, death. So looking at the people that have donated, it does seem as if they are coming through with these donations. So that could explain who is actually helping them, who is helping him. But let me get into these comments, because I know that y'all are up in arms. And again, like I said, I'm no means by saying that he needed to lose his life. All I'm saying is, be careful who you put in a pedestal. Be careful of who you down in order to lift up, because your preference does not mean the way he makes it seem, like, compared to black women compared to white women. Like, there was another tweet where it was like, white titties greater than black titties. Like, he would say things like that. It's like, okay, but look what she did to you. Look what she was doing to you before your, untimely death. Like, she wasn't right for you. Maybe you should have moved on to another woman, another white woman. And hopefully that would have been better. But unfortunately, now she gets to use her privilege to play crazy and, be hidden from social media. I purposely did not post her because legally she is not a suspect. She is being held under the Baker's Act, like I said, for mental distress. So we should not know who she is, but the power of social media told us who she was. Okay, so let me get into these comments. Vicky said now he needs to advocate for him. Yeah. Y'all know we are the voice. And when I first heard this story, I tried to cover black men's stories because I do see firsthand that a lot of people don't want to touch those stories. Even the people who cover black stories, it's mainly black women's stories, and a lot of black men stories go unnoticed. So I was gonna jump at it and speak my piece, but something told me to slow down. Like, every cause ain't my cause type thing. And I'm not saying that I don't want to speak up for him because of the things that he said about black women. It's just the fact of we always get in these predicaments. We don't do nothing else right until someone don't have a voice. Then we can come through. Then y'all love to hear us when we're able to push that pen, because y'all know over time black women have really, really, really pushed the envelopes, whether people want to give us our flowers or not. I was just talking to my sister about the Black Panther Party, and we were talking about the women, and I said, girl, yes, the women was out there. They really not only uplifted the black men in the Panther Party to be able to get those messages out, but they were a vital part of it. Without us, without our Coretta Scotts, without Rosa Parks, the world would not be where it is. And I get tired of people invalidating us until they need us. Like we should get respect just off the strength of everyone deserves respect. So I think that's what I'm really trying to say. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to be precise with my words so you guys can understand. Like, I'm not bashing him. I'm not shitting on his family. I would never want that to come off as that. But like, damn, it's crazy. 1 second, y'all. Brina said, I don't want to delete y'all comments. That man is gone now at the hands of the type of woman he liked. Maybe they're going to donate money to the manosphere, girl. And that's who they really need to call on. I cannot wait until the manosphere gets this story. I'm ready to see the red pill, blue pill people argue on YouTube over this story. Probably need the money to fight to get homegirl convicted because they know this is about to turn out in the courts. It really is. Like, I was going to look up some other cases similar to this where white women have gotten off for killing black men. I didn't have enough time, but I am going to circle back to this because they all plead insanity. They all plead insanity, and they really do get off. The way my bank account set up and my lips are pursed right now. Hey, everybody coming in. Vicky said, exactly, Audrey. And being that she was white, she didn't hold that regard as a black man. Right. And that's the thing. It's like the people who have to down black women and uplift white women, you don't see the white women talking in the same manner. Like, they don't be like, white men, Chad, Brandon, yes, white dick less than black dick. Like, they don't talk like that. It's really just these black men and black women who really do hate themselves. And you can't possibly find a problem in black women if you love yourself, if you love your granny. But white people don't talk like that. Even when they date outside their race, they never talk like that. So it's really weird. Like, why? Yeah, the white friends say that they witnessed allegedly her hitting him all the time, and they said that he never raised a hand at her. And I believe that. I don't think that he was abusive. I don't. He loved her. He loved her, y'all. He did. Not saying it's not true, but what if it's a cover up saying he abused her? That is going to be the story, K-Bond. But see, the friends close to them are already putting it out there that that's not the case. They already said allegedly that she would always hit him. But again, that's only going to go so far. This girl, she has money, she has clout. I don't think that I don't I see why they need that $100,000 now that I think about it. Like, I would really like to know what happened. Did she infect him? That's what they're saying. They don't know if it was in his sleep. They don't know what happened, if he was awake. It makes no sense. The story is, we are getting very limited details because she is under the Baker's Act. So, and y'all know over the course of court history, y'all know the best thing to do is plead insanity. Period. Like, plead insanity. That's code 101. But a white woman in distress, America eats it up. They love stuff like that. Like, they love to, they love to glorify a white woman in distress. I don't know why, but they do. If they see them in distress, baby, yes, once the jury sees the white woman tears, she'll be innocent. 100%. I mean, they don't even care. Like, look at Casey Anthony. I still cannot get over that story. The fact that she did something to her daughter and she still even was no regard to that little girl. She was able to get off. Okay, so the Baker's Act is basically, let me look up the exact verbiage, but basically it's when you are being held in solitary confinement due to mental, like someone basically takes away your rights due to mental health. So it says the Florida Baker Act, because it happened in Miami, Florida. It says, let me share my screen so we can go over it together. Because I got the gist of it, but I really don't know what it all entails and why she is so protected. Okay. How do the Baker Act in Florida? Okay, what is the Baker Act in Florida? So it says the Florida Baker Act law allows doctors and mental health professionals, judges, and law enforcement to commit a person to a mental health treatment center for up to 72 hours if they display certain violent or suicidal signs of mental illness. The purpose of the Baker Act is to allow time for a mental health evaluation to be performed and to de-escalate a crisis. This evaluation will confirm whether the individual is experiencing a mental health issue, and if the person is determined not to be a danger to themselves or others, they will be released after the holding period. So if this happened on Sunday, she should be out by now. If this happened on Sunday, 72 hours is up, right? So I wonder what's next to come. I feel like this story is going to get worse before it gets better, but yeah, she should be out. Her hold should be over. But those initial moments, those first moments are vital to a case because they're going to talk about all of this in court. If they take this to trial, they're going to get all of the records subpoena. They're going to want to talk to all of the mental health professionals that looked at her. They're going to want everything, both sides, the defense and the prosecution. They're going to want both sides to know. The act is named after former Florida Representative Maxine Baker. It was established in the early 1970s as part of the Florida Mental Health Act. Notably, this act restored rights to many individuals with mental health issues by releasing those that are not a danger to themselves or others. Well, it's too bad because she was already a danger. She committed her crime. So the behaviors that indicate a mental health crisis is hallucination, suicidal ideations, not able to care for themselves, depression and hopelessness, and substance use. So from just reading this, I believe that when the police was called to the scene, she was probably acting irrational, and that is when they petitioned for this to happen to her. Yeah, oh yeah, her people made those moves quick. Absolutely, but the police also do. Like, y'all know, you see a white woman acting and crying and like, absolutely, they're going to do everything they can to help her. They don't draw guns to anybody besides black people. Period, point blank. We are guilty. Period, point blank. Off rip. White people, they don't have that same issue. And that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that this is fact. This is just my opinion from the cases I have covered. Think about Lauren Smith Fields, that black woman that was found dead after a date. And they said in that police report that the man appeared nice and he is still out there. I'm going to do a video following up about Amir Locke, the Minnesota man who was murdered by the Minneapolis police, after a no-knock warrant was issued, and they did it outside of the no-knock warrant hours. They found that no one will be charged in that murder. So I'm going to follow up with that. But yeah, they do everything they can. If they see a white person with a gun, they will do everything they can to disarm him without causing bodily harm. Us, no. They're automatically trained to kill. And that's just my opinion. But yeah, a lot of people are not here for this story. A lot of people said that they quote unquote off don't feel sorry for what happened. And I do. I have a heart. I do feel bad for his family. I do feel bad for him, because this is not the way that any relationship should go. You should not be killed. You should not be threatened. You should not feel less than. But this should be a learning experience. Domestic violence is real. And a lot of people need to realize that a lot of men suffer in domestic violence issues or homes and environments, and they really don't have a voice, because the domestic violence is already something that rarely people can make it out of, unfortunately. But it's always the man that's the aggressor. So when we talk about women that are aggressive, it really gets swept under the rug. So I do not think that he deserved to lose his life. I do think that, be mindful when y'all ask for help online. Be mindful when y'all say that someone would never hurt someone, or he was always well with his words. He was always nice and kind to others, because there are some people that have nothing else to do but to dig up your deep, dark history and past, and they will justify, or they don't feel bad. Let me just put it like that. Some people really don't feel bad, and they say, why should we help? You don't like us. You're not here for us, so I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to help. I'll be very clear. No, I'm not donating to the GoFundMe. It looks like they are on the up and up, and I'm happy about that. But I did do my part. I told the story. I did use my Black woman's voice today, and that's, hey, I feel good about it. So tell me, how do y'all feel in the comments? Do y'all feel like he's going to get justice? Do y'all feel like people are being insensitive and being rude to this circumstance? Like, just because he held her to a pedestal, that doesn't mean that we need to be insensitive. Like, how do y'all feel? I'm going to actually drop the link to let y'all call in if y'all want to call in real quick. Aaron, you make a very good point. She said, my family has always had their objections with me dating other races. Lately, my eyes have been more open. You make a very good point. You're not the first person that I have heard say that. Like, at first, they thought that their family was being a little too close-minded, about dating interracially. But as time goes on, they see that maybe it's not the safest, maybe it's not the best thing to do. And I'm not saying that just because you date within your race that you're going to be in love, that you're going to be safe, that you're going to be comfortable. I'm not saying that at all. I'm definitely not. But I do feel like people need to reconsider why they feel like they have to bash us in order to date outside of their race. It is so many interracial couples that I know that don't speak like that, especially white people. They don't. They truly do not. But why do we do that to ourselves? You can like who you like. You can. But you don't have to shit on us. Like, we go through enough on a daily basis. You don't have to say that we are disgusting, foul creatures and we should have never been alive, Why do you have such great disdain for the Black women? You have to ask yourself that. Like, is it mommy issues? What is it? I don't feel bad at all. Hold on. Pineapple said, I don't feel bad at all. I'm not supporting people who have an attitude like this man, Black or not. True. And that's the thing, Pineapple. If this was a white man killed by a white woman and we found tweets of him saying this, I would say the same exact thing. I really like, dude, you don't like us. Like, you don't like me. Why is it up to me to tell your story now? So I definitely agree with you. Vicky said, great cover, Audrey. I think he will get justice, but not all the legal things that come along with it, like maybe not as much jail time. Yeah, I don't see it. I really don't. I will be shocked if he gets justice. I hope he gets justice, because what she did was absolutely wrong. But throughout the course of time, the courts sympathize with white women. They really do. This is why I said we have to do a better job with protecting our own race. White people will always protect their own. Why can't we? Exactly. And that is so true. And that's why I emphasized earlier, I do want to cover more stories about Black men because they do deserve justice. Jelani Day was a man that was going to college, a Black man that was going to school to be a doctor, y'all. He was in his doctorate program and he was missing, and they still are fighting for justice. His story is not being told. People are not picking up on this story. People are not talking about it enough. But we have to talk about some man who hates, Black women. I really want to be that voice. I really want to talk about problems that affect us because I've told y'all this numerous times. In order to wipe out a race, you have to get rid of the men. We cannot continue to be a race of people. We cannot continue to be Black people if we don't have Black men. Yes, women, we bear the children, but it's the sperm that carry on the DNA that we vitally need. We need them. I absolutely need a Black man. I couldn't imagine my life without Black men. I love Black men. And that's not to down any other race, any other background. But I feel like because I love being a Black woman, I can only love who helped me get here, which is a Black man and a fine Black woman, because it's a whole snack over here. But anyway, I just feel like, I don't want to shit on him. I'm not going to shit on him, but I'm not going to brush over the fact that what he said was wrong and hurtful. We'll leave it at that. What he said was hurtful. There is no justification. There is no way that you can say you did not know that this could hurt. Because you come from a Black home. You wanted to see your granny. You love your Black granny. Aaron, I'm not justifying anything, but no other race has been through what we've been through. So it's not something that we can necessarily fix. We just can do our part to teach those around us to do better. Exactly. And I feel like this new generation that we are in, the new generation, they are doing an amazing job of raising happy Black children. That has been my motto. I love that saying because if y'all do not know, a lot of us were brought up in trauma. A lot of us was brought up in distress. So it's vital that we raise happy Black children. That is what we need to really change us. We need happy Black children to be happy Black people, to be happy Black families. Like these tired ass stories of broken homes, these tired ass stories of us not being great. Like we just literally just was born miserable and born pieces of shit. It's never been true. We come from royalty. We come from the divine. We come from the one, period. Like, let there be light. Before there was light, it was darkness. We are the darkness. We are the one. We created everything. So if we get back into that, which we are doing, and allowing Black men to cry, allowing Black women to not always have to be strong, I feel like that is going to be what helps us be better and change our future. I know that I'm raising happy Black children, but I'll be damned if I'm the great grandma and my children are on Twitter or whatever is going to be out in 50 years, 60 years. They're out there talking about they hate Black women or hate Black men. I'll be damned, because I'm gonna get my cane and be knocking them upside their head. We don't talk like that. We don't do that. That's not us. You should love who you are, every piece of you. Now, I'm not saying that all of, you just see a Black person off the street and be like, I'm going to love you because you're Black. No, because we can't take everyone with us. We can't. However, I'm never going to put all of us in one bucket. Tracy said, yes, Audrey, I've been open to the toxic behavior I grew up with and learning to do better. Absolutely. In therapy, I actually learned, and I'll leave it with this because I'm getting off topic, but in therapy, I learned that I was parentified. And basically because of the trauma and the things that I experienced growing up, I was not able to be a kid. I was put in the position of being a parent. And because of that, that has really affected my life and the way that I do things. I always feel like I have to be the strong one. I always feel like I have to be the one that resolves things. I feel like I always have to take care of people, even though I don't take care of myself, or no one takes care of me. So I have definitely been learning to do better and be better. I did not know that parentified was even a real thing. I did not know that I suffered from that until I actually went to therapy, and I've been working on being a better me. So I never, 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 never feel like it's too late to improve or be told about yourself or change. I really don't. The only thing that stops growing is the dead. So I will leave it with that. But I appreciate you guys for rocking with me today. Please do not forget to like this video on your way out, and I will see y'all in another one.
And thank you. Oh yeah, thank you, Ms. Marcel. Yo, all props to you. And just you be doing what you doing. And you got a voice.